What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we have got some good news about the One Piece card game that you need to know about. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to share it with you. It's going to be lovely. Starting off with news of a new product, and that is the official playmat and card set, Whole Cake Island Arc, which is going to be available at Bandai Card Games Fest 25 to 26, which means the release date is the 13th of December, because that is, of course, the first time this is going to happen, because that is when it is happening in Dusseldorf over in Germany. And I've said this before, but let me say it again. It's pretty exciting, it's pretty relevant. I'm going to be there. I am absolutely going to be there. What, you think I'm going to miss Bandai Card Fest? Nah, mate. That sounds like way too much fun. I will be there one way or another. I will be there. I'll be in attendance. And just in case anyone... you'll probably guess this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am obviously going to be trying to buy this product. Now, I know that the sales did not go exactly as planned in Dallas, but I've got hope, ladies and gentlemen. I've got hope. So it's coming out on the 13th of December, but that's just because that's when Bandai Card Fest is. It is retailing for $43, and you get a playmat and a card. Specifically, you get this alternate art Nami card, and you get this playmat. And this is one of those situations where, if you're looking at this going, Wossy, mate, I don't want to be funny, but that is a playmat and a card for $43. And if that's what you're looking at thinking, this product is not for you, and that's absolutely fine. Because some people are going to look at this and go, mate, it's a promo card and a mat for $43. I'm not interested. And if that's where you land, that's where you land, that's absolutely fine. It's not for everybody. It's one of those products I really like because it's very easy to turn around and go, this product isn't for me, that's fine. But it's also a very cool product that collectors and nerds like me are going to want. So I think it fits into that niche really nicely where if you can't get hold of it, it's not the end of the world. If you don't really fancy spending a lot of money on a card and a playmat, it's absolutely fine. But there's going to be a bunch of people out there that really want to buy some cool merch and stuff. And actually, for those people, this is going to be a really, really cool product. Now, it is called Whole Cake Island Arc, so you have a look at the playmat here, and that is exactly what we've got. We've got Nami and Luffy and Chopper, and then in the background you've got a couple others like Carrot, who are just sitting, chilling, eating some cake, having a nice hot drink, obviously on Whole Cake Island. That's kind of the whole point, right? And it's lovely artwork that evokes that period. It's lovely. If we have a look at the promo card here, it's Nami. Is Nami any good right now? No. I don't want to be mean, but if we look at the OP12 meta, I had a look over on Limitless to try and see where it came out. It's actually the number 26 deck right now with a 0.2% meta share. Technically, it's on the list, but I can't even show you a screenshot because it's not even on the first page. It's on page 2 by itself. So, basically, it's a borderline viable deck. But we've got the version here, and we've got the version that came in OP11. And we've got the version that came around as the alternate art in OP11. But let's not forget, we actually did just get another version of this in the Learn to Play set. This was one of the 3 leaders that is actually featured in that Learn to Play set. So we got a rather lovely alternate art of it there as well. So we've now got 4 different versions of this card, and you can have a lovely choice between them. For what it's worth, I think this might be the best one. I think this might be my favourite. I mean, it's obviously just part of the artwork cut out of the playmat, but I'm honestly okay with that. I have no issues with this whatsoever. I think this is a very cool card. Of course, it's blue and yellow, 5k, for life. On your turn, once per turn, when a card is moved from yours or your opponent's life, if you've got 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw 1. And Don X1, when your opponent attacks once per turn, trash a card from your hand to give this leader a 2k bump for the turn. So it's like a 2k counter, but it's for every attack coming in the turn, which is actually kind of awesome. Of course, a lot of the best Straw Hats are like purple, and this doesn't let you play them. So it's not a perfect deck, which is why it's sitting there at like 0.2% of the meta. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty cool. This is a very nice little set. It is eminently skippable. It is the kind of one where if you're looking at it wondering what the point is, there's your answer. But if it's a kind of thing you're into, and I am, you're going to look at this and think it's pretty gosh darn cool. So yay! Now, a couple other things have gone and been revealed that we do need to have a little bit of a look at, including the official Storage Box Premium Edition Volume 2. And there's two of them, one of which features Yamato, and the other one, I want to say Nami, but I might be being dumb here. I'm not a huge fan of this one, because whereas the Yamato one, you're like, boom, that's Yamato, this one's a little bit more, looks a little bit more generic. I think it's Nami. Oh, it is Nami, it literally says it on the screen. But, I don't know. I don't think the Nami box here really shouts Nami like the Yamato box shouts Yamato. And I just feel a bit like, I don't know, has there been a trick missed a little bit here? And I'm worried that the answer might be yes. Never mind, eh? They're still pretty cool. Now, they are official shop exclusive, so obviously here, you're only going to be getting them if you go to the official store. And there are two versions of them, and they retail for $24 each. They're a card store. I think they're cardboard. They are just storage boxes. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're better than cardboard for $24. Doesn't actually say. But they're back like they were before. You got storage boxes. They're obviously not cardboard for $24. They're just storage boxes. You store cards in them. They cost $24. They're fine. They're not my kind of product. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm sure there are people out there that love them. For me personally, this is something I am not going to be rushing out to get. I'm going to be honest with you. But there's going to be plenty of other people out there looking at these thinking they're cool. For those people, you're getting something awesome. I hope you enjoy it. I will be personally skipping, and I think that's okay. But if you're into it, they are releasing on November the 7th. They cost $24 each, and there are two available, one featuring Yamato and one featuring Nami. There we go. And there is one more thing you need to know about that has gone and been revealed. They have gone and shown us another pair of TCG Plus stores exclusive official card sleeves, Volume 5. Now, very important distinction to be made here, and that is that whereas when we're talking about official stores, that is literally the One Piece card game stores. But when we're talking about TCG Plus stores, they're basically stores that run events. That's very important. And these are also releasing on November the 7th. They are retailing for $8. And there's two different versions of these, one featuring Ace and one featuring Jewelry Bonnie. These ones are very, very cool. One thing that is worth pointing out here, though, is that we have a lot of official sleeves. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I say that as a wonderful thing. I adore that we have so many different sleeves. But it also means that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's bought every single one. And if you're somebody watching this going, wassy, 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 I am the person that's bought every single set of official sleeves. I applaud you. That does not sound like an easy task. But for everybody else, I mean, look, the Bonnie deck right now is very good and has been very good, frankly, for a while. So that's kind of awesome. And if you're playing a Bonnie deck, you may well want these sleeves. Similarly, the Ace deck, which is coming around in OP13, is a great deck. It is, I don't know if it's the best deck, and it's definitely one of the best decks in the format. We can have an argument as to exactly whether it is the best deck in the format or not, but it is at least a very, very good deck. So if you're playing the Ace, then these are going to be very, very appropriate sleeves for that as well. So I kind of love here, and I don't know how deliberate it is, I like to think it is, but we've ended up here having two sets of sleeves which match perfectly with leaders which are seeing a lot of play and success right now. So play those leaders, go and enjoy yourself. Now you've got some nice appropriate sleeves to pair with them. Yay! So there we go. We got ourselves new storage boxes, we got ourselves new sleeves, and I rather suspect for a lot of people it is going to be this Nami set, which is going to be a big deal. And I saw what happened to like the Gundam one at Dallas Bandai Card Fest. I think when we get to Dusseldorf, it's going to be not the easiest task to find this Nami set, but I believe in myself, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're trying to pick it up, I believe in you too. But I've told you all about this now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about, One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.